It's probably the most often used effect in the history of early cinema. In early horror films, it was sometimes necessary for an actor to spill blood or to be splashed by a theatrical blood effect.
Early filmmakers could not ignore the reactions from their audiences to the special effects blood in their films. The directors could easily enhance the fear of an audience simply by using a little special effects blood. In the early stages of special effects blood, many theatrical directors used a mixture of red dye that was made from a type of beetle and certain other elements. Some stage scenes actually used real blood, such as that of a recently killed chicken, but the practice was soon discarded when the real blood would often coagulate before a scene could be finished. These problems also caused some pretty unsanitary results. As the years passed, a new medium appeared on the scene that began taking the spotlight away from live theater. The world was about to enter the realm of a growing new media that would change entertainment forever. While some of the practices used on stage adapted easily into film productions, one effect that needed to be revised was blood. One of the first directors to use blood effects was D.W. Griffith. In his first film, Intolerance, a man is pierced with a spear, and so it was necessary for flowing blood to be released as an effect. Even though the film was in black and white, the fake blood used in the production was colored or dyed red. It wasn't long before a master of horror arrived on the cinema scene. When Alfred Hitchcock produced his feature film, Psycho, he didn't waste any time making a batch of red-colored blood for his film. He knew the entire production will be shot in black and white, so the color didn't matter. Hitchcock was more concerned about the contrast and consistency of whatever the audience would see on film. The effect needed to look like actual blood, no matter what color it was. After a little experimenting, Hitchcock decided to use chocolate syrup. Chocolate syrup was an amazing substitute for blood. It didn't need any added ingredients to make it thick or cohesive. It didn't require any maintenance or additives to make it look darker in contrast to skin. It already had the right properties. Let me demonstrate to you what these early blood effects would look like on the big screen. I'm going to give you guys a little visual perspective. I'm going to wound my friend Jim here with a little blood. By the way, I'm playing the role of Alfred Hitchcock. You can see the contrast and consistency against Jim's skin. You can use your imagination to see what this type of effect would look like in the early days of black and white cinema. So it's easy to see why some early filmmakers used chocolate syrup as a substitute for blood effects in early horror films.
The lifespan of black and white films eventually came to an end as major motion pictures slowly began production using color film. And color film didn't allow for much further use of chocolate syrup. New recipes, various colors, and new cinematic blood effects will be arriving on the sets. But that is an entirely different documentary.
Lucky for me, I found some pretty significant uses for chocolate syrup today. Yum.
you.